Our favorite 3-cent penny stock is breaking out. New World Solutions has more than doubled in the last 30 days. And guess what? I believe right here you can make almost 20 times your money potentially in the next 18 months. That's right. I believe New World Solutions has a path to be a 50-cent stock in the next 18 months. In this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly how New World Solutions can go from 3 cents to potentially 50 cents in the next 18 months. Now, guess what, guys? I've done this before, and you know what? Every time I introduce a stock that makes people 10 times their money or more, everybody laughs at first. In case you don't know, my name is Jack Marks. I literally wrote the book on 10-bagger stocks called 10-bagger Blueprint, which tells you my proven system for how you can find stocks that go between 10x and 100x. That's right. I've even had stocks that went up between not just 100x, 300x, almost 300x, which was Taser, now called AXON, went from $1 to $289. That's right, almost 300 times your money. Now, the last 5-cent stock I introduced, everybody laughed. It was called CBDT. That was the symbol. It went from a nickel to $2.50 in 4 months. And guess what? New World Solutions reminds me a lot of CBDT. You know what? That stock, people made 50 times their money. When I first introduced it at a nickel, everybody laughed. They all said it's a scam. They called me a scammer. But guess who at the last laughed? That's right, the investors who got in early, who bought the stock at 5 cents and rode it all the way as it hit $2.50 4 months later. Now, let me tell you how New World Solutions has this path to, I'm not saying it's going to be a 50 bagger. It could be a 50 bagger like CBDT, but it might take a while. But I do believe we have a path to hit 50 cents, and let me explain how. Now, New World Solutions is a pure play on the $31 billion luxury watch resale market. We're talking about really the used watch market. It's $31 billion, just like the used car market. You have CarMax and Carvana. Those are the leaders. But guess what? In the watch market, there's no major leader like that. It's very fragmented. It's a ground floor opportunity. That's right. We're talking about brands like, Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audmars Piguet, all those high-end watches. Massive, massive global market. And New World Solutions is leading the digital transformation of this market. That's right. It's a digital platform that we're building out right now. The e-commerce is about to launch. And this combines content, commerce, and community. Content, commerce, and community. Now, slightly noisy. There's some F-15s flying overhead. There's like an air show here. But let me explain to you how this stock can go from 3 cents to, again, 50 cents. So again, we're in the, watch business here, buying and selling watches on this digital platform that's about to launch. And we're sitting on a gold mine. This is what people don't realize. We're sitting on a gold mine because we have right now 18,000 members in this community, in the Watch Reporter community. That's the site that the company has. Dial Market is the watch company. It's owned by New World Solutions. Are you following so far? That's right. So New World Solutions owns 51% of Dial Market, which operates this platform, content, commerce, and community. And by the way, I'm actually the chairman of the company. So what you're getting here is insider information. That's right. This is actually the first time I'm actually involved in, directly, kind of in the management of a public company. Usually I'm just promoting these stocks. I've worked with thousands of companies. But you know what? I thought, what would it take for a stock to be 100 bagger? I put together, this concept, the business plan, the roadmap for how a stock potentially could be 100 bagger. Again, potentially. And I believe this is it. That's right. I believe, this could be potentially a 100 bagger stock. That's why, I'm so excited about this. Now, by the way, everything I tell you should be considered, issuer-sponsored content. This is very high risk. The stock can go to zero, all that. Okay, now, let's talk about the good part. So we got about 18,000 members in this community. So if you go to YouTube, go to the YouTube channel. Watch Reporter is the YouTube channel, watchreporter.com. And, we got about 18,000 between YouTube. There's 3,000 almost. We got almost 15,000 on, Instagram. And a lot of these are very serious collectors. And I'm going to show you how you have to do some math. So again, you got to have to do a little bit of math here. Now, out of these 18,000, 40 of these are all watch collectors, right? These are not guys who watch, go to this channel for, just, I don't know, whatever, right? They're watch collectors. They go there for news, information, auction reviews, previews, all that stuff. Now, 40 of these guys are heavy hitters, guys who have $2 million to $5 million collections. That's right, $2 to $5 million watch collections. unbelievable, right? So that's $100 million. That's right. You do 40 times, I don't know, call it 2.5 million. That's $100 million. And then we get about another 10,000 just regular guys like you and me who, they may have a Rolex, a couple of watches, whatever, Patek Philippe, $10,000, $25,000 watch collection. We got about 10,000 of those guys in our audience. How do I know this? I'll explain to you. If you do the math, that's $200 million, okay? You following me so far? $200 million is, let's just call it the asset value, inventory value of our community, right? And I believe 5% of that, we're going to be able to monetize 5% of our community each year, which means roughly $10 million in revenue. So, by the way, it's growing dramatically, right? This is only about 6 to 8 months old. By next year, I think we're going to have about 50,000. So whatever numbers I'm telling you, right now, they could be triple that, in 12 months. So, $200 million is the total asset value, total inventory value potential is what I'm calling it. And I believe we can convert 5% of them annualized into revenues, meaning they're going to buy and sell on our platform. That's $10 million in revenues. Now, you know what that's worth? I believe the market will pay 10x multiple, a 10 times multiple, meaning the stocks are valued, multiple different valuation metrics. And, high growth stocks could be valued based on sales, a multiple of sales, 5 times sales, 10 times sales, 100 times sales. Stocks which are growing exponentially can get valued easily at 10 times the revenue. So that means New World Solutions could be worth potentially $100 million. But if we hit that $10 million run rate, meaning we have to go from roughly zero right now to $1 million a month revenues, by, I would say, October of next year. So we have to go from zero now to a couple $100 grand in a few months to, up and up until we hit $1 million a month sales revenues by October of next year, which would, again, translate into $10 million or more revenues. And that, I believe, that type of growth, that type of trajectory could give this company a 10x multiple, $100 million, right? Now, you got to divide that by the number of shares outstanding to give you where the stock could be. So there's going to be, I believe, about 200 million shares outstanding by that point. And you do the math, that translates into roughly 50 cents a share. That's right, 50 cents a share. Now, how does all this work? If you're confused by any chance, get my book, Get 10 Bagger Blueprint on Amazon, which explains to you, how valuations work, how all these things work. Now, again, the best thing about this, it's what I call an asymmetric bet. Again, it's something I talk about in 10 Bagger Blueprint. It's an asymmetric bet. In other words, you're risking 3 cents to make potentially 20 times your money. Your downside, yeah, you could lose 3 cents. Potentially, you could go to zero. Although the low for the year has only been about a penny, right? So potentially your downside is, let's say, 2 cents, and you can make 47 cents. That's 50 cents, all right? So you're risking 2 cents to make 47 cents. Do you like that bet proposition? I think it's a pretty good bet. See, most of you guys are suckers. You buy these, cheap penny stocks. You hope to double your money. Oh, I'm going to double my money. The problem is you also have massive risk. So, you have just as much of a chance of losing your money, all your money, right? So, again, you got to read my book so you understand how this works. Now, here's why it's an asymmetric bet. All the odds are stacked in your favor. First of all, you got this massive market opportunity. The company's at an inflection point. We're about to, launch the e-commerce. You have an incredible chart set up. If you pull up the chart on Yahoo again, don't believe what I'm telling you. Look at the charts. The charts don't lie. That's what I always say. Charts don't lie. They tell you the truth in advance. You got a massive double bottom. It's breaking out of the 50 and the 200-day moving average. And the last time this happened, the stock went from 2 cents to 12 cents in a couple days, right? People made 6 times their money. But also, if you look at the long-term chart, it was trading at $5 apparently based on the chart, right? Am I saying it's going to go back to $5? No, but if you read my book, I do say that stocks like to go back to old highs. So, there is a path potentially. But again, let's do one thing at a time. So again, the path to 50 cents, I explained to you. The charts are, we got a beautiful setup. It's breaking out of 50 and the 200-day moving average. And, here's the other thing. None of these companies, you look at any of these public companies out there, show me one company where you have the chairman or the CEO who's actually written the book that shows, the path for how stocks can go up 10x, 100x. Show me one CEO or chairman of any of these public companies out there that's created $1 trillion in wealth for investors over the last 25 years. That's had introduced investors to countless stocks that went up 1,000% or more, 10 times your money, right? Again, get my book 10 Bagger Blueprint. It'll give you my system. My name is Jack Marks. 10 Bagger Blueprint is the book on Amazon, and this is the first time I'm actually involved in managing a public company. Before that, I was just promoting these stocks. Here, I'm actually the chairman of the company, so I'm deeply involved, and I'm in it for the long term because, look, it's going to take a lot of work to get this thing to 50 cents potential. I'm not saying it's going there, but it has a path to get there, and I will do everything I can to make sure that happens. Again, nothing is guaranteed. These are high risk stocks. This is, they always say do your own due diligence. Again, this is very speculative, right? Don't think for a second that it's a sure thing. No, it's a 3-cent stock. Yeah, you can make 50 times your money. Not 50, 20 times your money, almost 20 times your money from 3 cents to 50 cents. It's about 17 or 18, I believe, roughly, right? It might even overshoot. Who knows? A lot of times these things overshoot if we get a good market. But again, nothing guaranteed. Very high risk. Do your research. Get my book, and here's to your 100x.